Rick Hendrick starts on the pole, number 12. Jay Drake outside, although that's 36 right there, Tony Elliott, or Tony Stewart. In the second row, we have Jack Runyon and Tony Stewart. In row 3, Jimmy Sills and Johnny Kofer. In the fourth row, Kenny Irwin Jr. and Sleepy Tripp. In row number 5, we have Tony Elliott and Dave Darlin, a pair of Indiana drivers. Then we move on to Jason Jockman in 24, Dennis Hart outside in 16. In the 8th row on the inside, Robbie Flock, a 3-time Western States champion in 6. Billy Boat, a winner here the last time out. Walt Johnson will start inside row 8 in 63. Jordan Hermansader outside in 91. In the 9th row on the inside, Hank Butcher will have the in-car camera. He's at number 31. Keith Roush, winner of the first heat race, starts outside. And the 10th row, Robert Dolacky in 7. Craig Dillard in 14. Challenge money riding on his head. Double green flag. We are underway at Ventura. The Thunder on the dirt. Oh, look at that gaggle of cars. 3, 4, 5 abreast. And that was Dave Darlin up there on the berm, actually in the infield. Look at this scramble up in front.
I think that was Stewart that got sideways down there and caused all that commotion down there. Turns 1 and 2. He got in there a little hot on the bottom, and meantime, all the crowd went by him. He's got a long, long way to go now.
Well, Kofer is up to 4th already, making a move on the inside of that blue number 1, the Esslinger power plant. And look on the high side, Jimmy Sills. Sills, a 4-time winner here at Ventura, working the high groove. He goes into 3rd spot. Jimmy now moves down to the middle of the racetrack.
We talk about him a whole lot a couple years ago. He kind of faded away last year, but believe me, he's not fading anywhere tonight. He has come from back in about 6th or 7th spot, 5th spot, and is already up to 2nd.
Well, Jim Wright out of Michigan, who builds those Buick power plants, the Brayton Buick, if you will, is here this weekend working on that race car engine, and he has it dialed in as Sills rides in 2nd position. Your leader is still the number 9 car of Jay Drake. That's the Gurney power plant that has all those laps on it.
And that white car now running in 3rd is Tony Stewart. After he got all messed up down there in that very first corner, he's come all the way back up and running in 3rd position right now. Rick Hendricks in his 12 car running 4th.
Billy Boat also moving up in the 15 car, so can Boat make it 3 dirt wins in a row? He has the time to do it. Right now, your leaders are not getting away, and here is Tony Elliott. Tony Elliott, the sprint car veteran from Kokomo, Indiana, pulls off in the infield.
Billy Boat started in 14th spot. He's already up to about 6th spot. He's really running through the traffic. Pretty doggone good. But right now, Jay Drake, we haven't talked much about him, but he's set about a 6 or 8 car length lead on Jimmy Sills, and he's really got things under control.
Well, you can see where the groove is now, taking up on what cushion there is up there, running on the high side.
That's exactly right. That cushion's, it's getting slick right below it, so you have to make sure you hit that cushion in order to run really good. Right now, Jay Drake went in there just a little bit underneath the cushion right there, but it looked like it helped him.
10 laps down, back to the in-car camera. You're riding behind Dolacky, Robert Dolacky, in that black and kind of a green number 7 car is out there in front of the number 31 of Hank Butcher. Back to the lead, and the lead now looks like it's closing down.
Yeah, Sills has closed down about half of that lead down on him, and he's right underneath him right now. He's running the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, he almost got underneath him right there going through 1 and 2. Again, right there, he's running the middle of the racetrack. There's a wet spot right in the middle of the racetrack. He seems to have found it. It seems to be just a little bit faster as he slides up in front of him.
Same chassis, both Beast chassis, but one has the Gertie. The white car has the Gertie. The multicolored DuPont car has that 4-cylinder great Buick.
And look at Tony Stewart, the other white car right there. He's underneath Jay Drake right now. Also, he's running Larry Brown's car.
Half the race down, half the race to go. 15 down, 15 to go. Oh, they almost get together.
Jay Drake tried to get in there, tried to give him a little bit of a slide job, but when he did it, he gave Tony Stewart an opening. Now Stewart's running to 2nd. Now he's back under Stewart.
Well, Stewart's on the high side, though, and that's the lane to have right now. The only guy that's been able to run down low very well so far has been Sills. But look at Drake. Drake made the pass, made it stick.
As you say that, Tony Stewart caught just a little bit of a run up there, got a little bit sideways. Then he went back a spot. But look right now, the bottom of the racetrack seems to be pretty doggone good as he goes right to the bottom of the racetrack and right on around Jay Drake.
Drake almost spins. He slides to a stop. And that brings out the yellow. Now, this is what Kofer needed to bunch up that pack. and he still has a shot at that $2,000 wins challenge money.
Tough break for young Jay Drake. We see on there owner Steve Lewis, and believe me, owner Steve Lewis is not real
Three wide on the restart. Here they come. Let's see what, well, it looks like Boat moves to third. Boat's up to third, puts the challenge on the white 36 as they all move through the corner now. Boat is up to third. He did not qualify all that well, as you alluded to, started at the mid point in the pack. He is up to third, challenging for second, but he has Dave Darling hot on his heels.
Rick Hendricks got a terrible restart. He went all the way from third to about 6th or 7th spot. I don't know what happened to him, but he really got a tough break on that restart. And look at Boat down on the bottom. He really almost gave Tony Stewart a slide job you couldn't believe. And that's exactly the way those two battled all week last week.
Well, but it looks like right now, with about 10 laps to go, it looks like Sills has him covered, unless Sills should happen to make a mistake or catch one of the ruts out there.
Well, of course, they're all looking for different places. Look at Billy Boat. He's down on the bottom of the racetrack. If that racetrack changes just a little bit, it looks faster down on 1 and 2 down on the bottom. See how fast he is down there? It's not a fast place down in 3 and 4. He can't do the same down on this end. Oh, he tries to.
Oh, they almost get together. That is Stewart in the white 36, the black 15, Billy Boat, and they in fact do close in just a bit on Jimmy Sills.
Yeah, if they weren't battling each other, if they were out on the open, oh, look at this, they did
do contact.
Boat almost kills the engine. He got slowed down so much. Dave Darling in the number 2 car caught up with him now.
All right, they're not battling now. Let's see if Stewart can indeed close in on Sills.
Well, Stewart's doing everything he can. You can see them all. They're running. The racetrack is really funny tonight. There'll be a dry spot and then a wet spot. So it's slick and then real tacky, and they're both trying to find the fast spot.
Jimmy Sills won 2 times on television here in '91, twice in '92.
Oh, he just hit a hole up there. He just gave him an opportunity.
Last year, Tony Stewart won twice, and they're battling right now for the lead, but Stewart gets that rut up there.
Yeah, the racetrack is funny. If you just hit it just a little bit wrong, it can make a big difference. That time they both got through 1 and 2 very clean. Look at Stewart. Oh, he catches a row. It's a
yellow flag. Number 14 brings out the yellow. Dillard spins up there. Now we'll have to see what Mr. Stewart might have in mind for Mr. Sills on the restart. We still have just less than 10 laps to go in the 30-lap main event from Ventura Speedway here in California. Stay tuned. We're coming right back with the finish. We continue under yellow with only 4 laps remaining. Jimmy Sills and Tony Stewart out in front. Billy Boat rides third. Then it's Dave Darling and Sleepy Trip. One, the driver was just black flagged by Brian Howard, and I believe that to be the number 4 car, the other number 4 car of Kenny Irwin, the wins car, which is a teammate of your leader, Jimmy Sills.
Yeah, these first 3 guys have been putting on a heck of a show. Dave Darling and Sleepy Trip, they've kind of snuck up there in the top 5, but these first 3 guys really been putting on a clinic.
There they come. Green flag, 4 laps to go. Sills in the blacker, the blue car, the white car.
Oh, look at Boat. He went right to the bottom, caught that big rut, slid right up in front of everybody.
And Trip goes by 2. Oh, 2, 3 cars together. A car upside down. Cofer. Johnny Cofer is upside down. The yellow flag flies. He is right there. He's still hanging upside down. Appears to be okay.
That's Dave Darling sitting there in the Terry Caves car right by the side of him. But all that big banging and crashing had started down here in turn number 1. When Billy Boat caught the rut, he slid right up in front of everybody. Trippy got a real good break, got around all of them. And in the meantime, Cofer and everybody else got all tangled up, and he just ended up upside down.
Watch it again. Cofer in the blue number 1.
Cofer's running about 5th or 6th right now, but you see Billy Boat. He slides up in front of everybody. Darling and Tripp both try to go under him. They bang wheels. Cofer's coming up on him really fast, and after they bang wheels, Cofer had no place to go. He had a lot of momentum up. He ran up over the wheels of Darling. He got upside down. Darling spins sideways, ends up running backwards.
That's what it looks like from your easy chair in front of the television. This is what it looks like from the cockpit. You're riding now with Butcher. Look up in front. There's the blue car, upper left.
Yeah, he's seeing that car going up there, and he's saying, boy, I hope he stays on the bottom and doesn't head for the top.
Well, they safely make it by.
Back up to you guys.
Sports Center follows immediately following the conclusion of this race, but another yellow. We have a 3-car tangle down in turn 1, Larry.
That's Jack Runyon spun. Then I think it's Keith Roush ran into him. Coral J. Drake was back there. He ran into the mess. So we've had a terrible time getting these last 3 or 4 laps in. I think that's just a case of everybody so anxious, knowing there's only about 4 laps to go, running in there trying to get that advantage, and that's what happened.
Well, we see that Jack Runyon has climbed out, so he anticipates that car is finished. However, the other 2 drivers stay in the car. Keith Roush out of Denver stays in the 47 car, and it looks like the white 9 heads to the infield.
Yeah, Jay Drake looks like he's heading for the infield. Roush is going to get pushed off. Runyon's going to be out. So as soon as we get these race cars off the racetrack, we'll get going and hopefully get these last 4 laps in.
And then we'll get you right to Sports Center immediately following the conclusion of this race. We only have 4 more laps to go. We'll remind you we're coming back with more Thunder on Thursday, April 27th. So mark your calendar for that. And then we'll be on the high banks of Winchester on May the 4th with the Midgets there. And looky, coming up tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time, the First Union 400. There's a look at your 7-time NASCAR champion Dale Earnhardt. But hey, it's the youngster Jeff Gordon on the pole for that one. As we repeat again, the next Thunder, April 27th, we'll have these same Midgets here at 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 on the coast.
And our man, Jeff Gordon, he is knocking them dead down there in NASCAR.
4th pole position. He's won 3 times, led over 45% of the laps this year. We're about to go green. Hopefully, Brian Howard will turn them loose. Indeed, we go racing. 4 more laps to the conclusion. It's Sills out in front, the white car of Tony Stewart. Then it's Ollie Boat.
All 3 of those guys headed right for the top, right for the cushion that time. But Boat drops down here, and we got another crash down here. Dennis Hart and it looked like Jason Jonkman got together down there again in that same spot down there in 1 and 2. Everybody is so anxious knowing this racetrack, this race is close to the finish.
Here's the replay.
Here we see him down here on the bottom of your screen. It looks like that's
Jonkman just ran into Hart.
He just ran in there really, really hard, ran right into the side of Hart. Hart jumps up over the wheel, almost gets upside down. Almost a Tommy DeVoe.
Chance to say hello to all of our friends out there at Kelly's 2 on the west side of Indianapolis. Dick Jordan, the USAC communications director, put a big party together, and they're out watching the action live tonight on the west side of Indy. And guys, we're going to finish this race and send you off to Sports Center.
Yeah, they're going to have a big roast out in New York, Nick. I think it's tomorrow for Lou Ciccone. Lou Sr., of course, we see him a lot on ESPN back here with his son Bob, and they're having some sort of a big roast out there for him. So,
wouldn't it be fun to roast him?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard, would it?
Well, there's a look at Johnny Cofer. He's not too happy. He got upside down, then had the misfortune of being told that he was the guy that was up for the $2,000 wins challenge money, and he'd just been able to win it. So he talks things over with Dave Darling. A good look at Dave there, the sprint car veteran from Indiana.
Good assessment by both those guys. Just one of those things that happened. Wasn't anything either one of them could do about it. I want to say hi to Ralph Potter, too, while we got a chance, because he's had a little tough luck.
Yeah, he's on the mend from a heart attack. The owner of Tony Stewart's national midget winning car. And all right, let's try it one more time to get these final 4 laps in. Battle back there for 4th position right now, but up in the front. Look at this.
Look at Boat. He got underneath him. It looks like he's going to make it stick, but not quite. He just didn't have enough horsepower getting off the corner. Right to the bottom again. Not quite. Not quite.
2.5 laps to go.
And he keeps on trying. He keeps on plugging down there, but the cushion's just a little bit faster. Meanwhile, down to the bottom, Delaki in that black number 7 car sneaking up on both of them.
We're looking for the white flag this time by. There's the pass for 2nd position. Can it stick? Yes, it does. 1 lap to go. They will not catch Jimmy Sills unless Jimmy makes a mistake, and that is highly unlikely.
And then he goes right back past him. Stewart gives him a slide job on the other end, goes up in front of him. Let's see what happens here.
There is Sills, takes the victory. Stewart hangs on for 2nd. Billy Boat goes 3rd. 4th was Delaki, and 5th.
I think it was Hank Butcher
all the way up to 5th.
All the way from the back of the pack. Stewart and Boat banged and beat on each other the same as they did last week for the last 3 or 4 laps. Man, oh man, what a race. You know, other than Sills leading that thing, those guys 2nd, 3rd, 4th put on one heck of a race.
Sills missed a heck of a race. He was out there leading. All the action was directly behind him. The battle for 2nd. That's the kind of action we anticipate when we come here to Ventura. We're coming back on the 27th of April as Thursday Night Thunder resumes on Thursday. So we thank you for joining us this evening. Our congratulations to Jimmy Sills. We're in what we call a panty close. Sports Center's coming up next. So for Dave Wilson and Larry Rice, I'm Gary Lee. Thanks for joining us. We'll say so long from Ventura, California. Congratulations to Jimmy Sills. We'll see you back here on the 20th.